fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Tuesday, the 29th of November, 2022. It's morning here in Bangkok. I've just had a very spicy breakfast, so please excuse me if you hear me coughing or my tongue going numb or something like that. It's still pretty burning in there. This is the Guardian medium level puzzle, and it is a Tuesday, so if we are following the normal pattern for a Guardian, this is really an easy game. So if you're a beginner, hang on in there. I'll be explaining the rules in just a second, just in case you've never played Sudoku before. What's going on in the world? I see more crackdowns are likely to occur in China as civil unrest over the lockdowns continues. Of course, it's very difficult for the Chinese people to see using the internet because they have the Great Firewall of China, don't they? Which is actually a very effective tool. Some other countries have tried to use such a tool as well, and to greater or lesser degree, but I think China's been the most successful in controlling the flow of information into and out of its country. It is in fact a kind of separate internet. And so anyway, we'll see how that situation continues. Right, so are you ready for Sudoku? Is that part of your brain, that small part of your brain that deals with Sudoku working and functioning correctly? Good. Do we need to exercise it? I don't think you can really exercise parts of your brain, can you? You can't kind of, build up like a build up a muscle or something, build up a part of your brain suddenly. Do you remember phrenology? Well, of course you don't remember it, of course. I know you don't remember it. Nobody's that old, even though the average age on this channel is getting on a bit. That's the official term. Nobody actually remembers phrenology, but phrenology was, I think, in the 1800s or something like that, where they studied the bumps on people's heads to try to give their character. Maybe somebody who's good at Sudoku has an extra lump on the head where the Sudoku part of the brain has been exercised so much. Right, let's get on. So how do we play the game? As I said, it's probably a beginner level game. So we have 9 squares across. We have 9 squares in each of the columns down, and we have 9 squares in these boxes. All we do is fit the numbers 1 to 9 in each row, each column, and each box of 3 by 3. Okay, that was pretty simple, wasn't it? That was painless. The only thing we have to do is to make sure that we are not guessing, that we are using logic only. So how do we go about finding them? Well, there are plenty of opportunities in this grid I can see already. So let's start. Let's say over here, we don't yet have a 3. We have 4, 9, and 8. We don't yet have a 3. So how can we go about placing a 3 here? Well, if we happen to use a computer and we click on a 3, then that's actually going to be 3s are going to be highlighted on the grid. So we can kind of follow around with our eyes, or in my case with the mouse, and highlight it like so. And that's going to leave me a blank square here where the 3 must go, because that's the only blank square that's not affected by these 3s here. Do you see? Alright, okay, so got the idea? Right, now I can see something else as well. Along this bottom row here, so that was in a block, right? Now along this bottom row here, we don't yet have a 7, but I happen to have noticed that we have 7s affecting this square, because we have a 7 in this column already. I'm going to say blocking this column from becoming a 7, and down here, and down, oh, sorry, I thought I had the right button pressed on the mouse, but I didn't. 7's blocking down like so, right? Do you see these 3 7s blocking down into the bottom row here? And that leaves us just one unaffected square again, so we know that the 7 must be in that square. Now we'll take that 7 and say, hey, 7 blocking up here, 7 blocking up here, and across here. So that's got to leave us a 7 like so. Now it's your turn. Would you like to find the 7 in the middle section here? We've only got 1 digit placed, but if you look carefully, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find a 7. Ready? Okay, go for it. Alright, so we've got 7s across here, 7s across here, 7 down here. Hopefully you found that one, because it was pretty straightforward. We've also got 7s blocking down like this, which is going to give us a 7. In that square, then we've got 7 across and 7 down. And that is it for 7s. 7 has gone to heaven. It's expired. It is deceased. It is no longer a 7. 7, 7, 7, all the way across, right? So we've got them done now. There are no more 7s to place in the grid. Now, we've got 2 missing digits in this block here, so we look and see what's missing. We find it's 1 and 8. Now, do you notice anything, dear Sudokan, fellow Sudokan? You do? Okay, great. I hope you notice that this 8 up here blocks this square, and so 8 will be here, and 1 is going to be in that square there. Excuse me. The hot Thai food is still, it burns. Isn't that Lord of the Rings or something like that? I'm not a fan of those kind of movies, though. And even less the books. I really detest those books. Whereas my cousin really enjoyed them, I seem to remember. Right, where am I? I think this morning the hot food is affecting me. Right, okay, we've got a 9 blocking up here, so that's going to put a 9 into this square here, isn't it? Shall we see what's missing from here in case we can get anything? Missing numbers are 2 and 8. Okay, so we can't place the 2 or 8 here, but it certainly helps us, right? Knowing that's an 8. We know that the 8 must either be in this square or this square. So whichever square it appears in, it's definitely blocks for the rest of the column up here, and we've got an 8 blocking up here. And now we've got this 8 blocking across here as well. So that means that that has to be an 8 up there, doesn't it? Oh. Right. Now, this 9 blocks everything in this in it block where it lives now. So in particular, we're interested in these 2 squares, right? 9 is forbidden from these 2 squares, but we still need a 9 in this column, and so the 9 is going to have to be there. We're going to be left with 2 squares down here, which will be filled by 1 and 2. That's what we don't yet have, 1 or 2. So let's look across. Go on, beat me to it. Oh, you beat me to it. Well done. Yes, there is in fact a 1 blocking across here. So the 1 goes there and the 2 there. Now this 2 blocks this square, or you can just say 2's blocking across like this, whichever way you want to do it. There are multiple ways to find numbers in Sudoku, but whichever way you do it, this has to be a 2, and now we have just 1 empty square here, and we can fill that with a 6. And now guess what? There's 1 empty square in this block, and to finish it we need to put a 5 in there. Right, let's see what else I've got available to me. Just having a look up here, see what we've got. We've got 1's blocking across here and up here. Just having a quick look around. Okay. We've got 2's up in these squares here, and we've got 2's here or here. Okay. We've got 3's. This is the laborious part. It's not essential to play the game like this. Okay, I see something. So somebody will complain that this is a bit too silly for a beginner level game, but anyway, never mind. I can see that we need to put a 3 into this square here. So I'll highlight the 3's and show you what I know. Well, first of all, this 3 blocks these 3 squares across here, right? And we've got a 3 blocking this square. And we've got a 3 blocking this square. So there are only 2 possibilities. Now, when we consider the 3 down here blocking across here and the 3 blocking up here, in this block we know that 3, excuse me, or those chilies, 3 is either in this square or this square. So therefore, that can't be a 3. And so we can say that the 3 must go there. Okay, I was going through bit by bit, wasn't I, trying to find anything that looks pretty easy, and seeing where the numbers are. I kind of didn't think much about it before where the numbers are. Okay. This is kind of, looking at a map to see where you might be going on holiday. But rather than taking the actual route at this stage, I'm just kind of getting familiarized with what's on the board at this stage. And actually, surprisingly, for Sudoku, this is quite interesting. So, okay, we've got the missing numbers across here, right, are 1, 6, and 9. But guess what? We've got a 1 and a 9 in this column here. So when we consider this square here, we say, can it be 9? No. Can it be 1? No. And there are only 3 possibilities. So we know, in fact, that it has to be a 6. It can't be anything else. Right, now we'll be looking for a 3 in this column here, and we say, look, this 3 blocks this square, this 3 blocks this square, and this 3 blocks this square. So that has to be a 3 in that column up there. What's left? Well, okay, normally this is a kind of super easy level on a Tuesday, but maybe today they're actually making us think about something. So thank you to the Guardian for that. It's kind of unusual, but not unwelcome. And if you are new to the channel, you'll notice that it's taking me a while to find these numbers because I don't work out the numbers first. I have no idea of what is involved. Oh, I thought I'd seen something there, but no. I'm going to just actually work out, because I haven't looked really what's up here first. So this is 2, 2, 5, 6. And this is 1 and 4. 2, 5, 6. I've got a blocking 2, but that's it. Do we? So so I've got 2's in these squares. No, 2's still possible like that. So that's not quite what I was hoping for. Oh, well, okay. Surprised me, Guardian, and you're suddenly making me work for a living. Of course, this is not my living. If you don't know, I don't do this for a living, for sure. Don't make much money. A few pennies from playing Sudoku on YouTube. But, mind you, a few pennies are better than 0 pennies, especially when you live in a country with a fairly cheap, low cost of living. Good grief. 3, 5. What am I missing down here? What am I looking for? 8s. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, it's taking me a while. Nope. Well, I've been surprised. Stunned is the word, because it should be a medium level game, and it looks to me like it might possibly be a hard level game. Or I'm just so sleepy, or well, I'm not really sleepy, but I'm just so affected by my curry. It's so weird. What's missing down here? Maybe there's something I can do down here. I thought I'd seen all the numbers up here though, and I didn't see anything looking good. So let's see. This is 4. excuse me, 5 and 8. 4, 5, 8. No, we've only got the one intersecting 5 as I thought. 4 and 8. Well. Can't believe it. What's going on here? I think this is Sudoku Setter's revenge after me being so blasé about the whole thing. Saying, oh, it's going to be an easy level game. And, oh, what's the time? I just realised I have actual work to do as opposed to this. No, I'm still okay on time. What on earth is going on here? And I can't even see, like, my way around using kind of more advanced methods. I'm not even finding the way around like that, which is weird. Dear oh dear. What? I can't believe it. There must be something. Oh, okay, finally. This is so unexpected for this morning game. Okay, 2 and 3 blocking down here. So we get ourselves a pair of 2 and 3 in these squares here. This has to be 2 or 3. Now, what am I saying? Well, I've got 2 blocking up this column, and I've got 3 blocking up this column from here and here, right? And so in this block here, so 2 and 3, 2 and 3. This must be a 2 and 3 only. So now that we know that that's 2 and 3, what else can we get? Well, we can say that 6 blocks across here like this and 6 blocks across here like this, so that has to be a 6. And now we can say the 1 blocks down here and 1 blocks across here like this. Remember, this is 2 or 3 only, so 1 blocking down here and 1 across here. This is our 1. 2 and 3 here, so sorry. And so if that's 2 and 3, this now has to be 4 and 8. And we know, actually, we have 4 blocking up here and 4 across here. So that means 4 is one of these 2 squares. So this can't be 4 over there. That must be our 4, and that must be our 8. My apologies for blithely saying, well, this is going to be an easy level game. But I think that's really something we see in the hard level games. So if you are a beginner at Sudoku and that's confused you, don't let it put you off. Just rewind and go back and look at it again if it was tricky or whatever. 3 goes in here. But it's just shocked me. I'm just not prepared for that on a Tuesday. And I'm prepared to look for that kind of solution. I wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest with you. But there you go. All kinds of techniques are possible, aren't they? Now we have 2 missing numbers across this row. One of them is an 8, so the 8 blocks here. That's our 8, that's our 1, which is the last number there to get. Then we have 1 blocking up like this, and 1 across. So 1 in that square, then 1 across here, and 1 across here, and 1 up here. Here is our 1. This will no doubt cause much mirth in the comments section. Good luck to you. 1 goes there. The missing digit across here will be 9. And what's left? Here's an empty square, looking lonely and needing to be filled. So let's fill it with the correct number, which will be a 2. Then we can say 2's blocking up here like this, blocking up here like this, and across here. There is a 2 there, 2 blocking up here, 2 across here, 2 across here. I started off by showing kind of easy level stuff and asking where things could go for like complete beginners, but I have a feeling if you are a complete beginner, that might not look very convincing at the stage that I showed you. So like I say, you can go back and watch it again though, right? And that would help me, wouldn't it? Give me some more clicks. I might make another penny. Missing digits down here are 5 and 6, which I can't say, and I can't say which is which just yet. Excuse me. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, and 7 already placed. So what else do we need? Five there. Okay, there are 3 missing numbers here, which are 5, 6, and 9. We have a 6 and a 9 in this column here. So this can't be 6 or 9, and therefore has to be a 5. Then we can say the 5 blocking down here like this puts a 5 into that square. Now we're just one empty square up here, which will be filled with a 4, and the 4 blocks down here, which will put a 4 here. And to finish this set here will be an 8. We have 8s blocking across like this, so that will give us an 8, the final 8 actually there. Missing numbers here are 9 and 6. So we got the blocking 9 over here, so here goes our 9, and this will be a 6, and this will also be a 6 to complete this row. And we're missing a 6. Okay, I see it, 6 blocking over here, so that's the final 6. The last digit here is a 5, 5 blocks across here, and 5 blocks up here like this, so that will be our 5. Now one more number in this row. The missing number is going to be a 9, and the number here will be 4. 4 down, 4 up, here's our 4. So we're almost done now. 9 blocks this square, 9 goes in here. So before I finish up, I just would like to kind of apologize for leading you into a false sense of security there, because I think that really that was a tough game. If it's definitely not an easy level game, as I suspected at the beginning, as we normally have on a Tuesday. It's yes a medium level, but I actually think it's probably a hard level game. So there you go, a mislabeled game, mind you. It sometimes goes the other way around with the Guardian, that their expert level games can be done by a beginner. So swings and roundabouts, dear viewer, swings and roundabouts. Bye bye.